So to begin with this series, we are going to be using Fiverr as our case study. I know on the internet there are so many freelance platforms. We had people per hour, freelancer, Upwork. All these platforms are good, but I've chosen the one that is most basic and the one that is easiest to understand. That is Fiverr.com, and I'm going to be walking you through now from the beginner phase on how to create and set up an account in a professional standard so that you have a high profile and therefore you can start attracting clients. This is the first version and the first video of our series, so make sure you pay attention. So let's get into Fiverr right now. If you're inside of Fiverr like this, I'm just going to put a link in the description. You can go ahead and click on it and you're going to land on this page, Fiverr.com. It's very easy. All you need to do is go ahead and click on this join button. So in my own case here, I'm going to go with Google. Once you have authenticated with Google, as I've just done, the next important thing that you need to know is how you name yourself on Fiverr. It is very important. Choosing a name on Fiverr is something that many people fail to do. Like, it's possible to just name yourself as Cyril. It's very normal, but there are two ways that you can actually give a name. It's either you give a name related to the skill or the service you're going to be offering on the platform, or you just give a name that is going to be kind of fancy, or just giving your own alternate name. So it's either you're giving your own name or you're giving a name that is going to be related. So let's say I'm going to create a gig about writing. I can just give my name as I can put as creative right. I put creative right 2037 just to make myself different. So those are the different formats that you can actually name yourself, but there's a limitation when you give yourself a particular type of name. So if I give myself name as creative right, it's going to limit me in such a way that I cannot create gigs that are related to maybe video editing or graphic design, because definitely talking about being a creative right doesn't have to do much with writing, with designing, so it doesn't stick. So in most of the cases, personally, I go with just a normal name. But if I want to create, if I'm creating an account for somebody who wants to do a specific, say let's say you are good at designing, go ahead and get a design name. So this is exactly how the Fiverr dashboard actually looks like. This is a homepage, and this is what you're going to be seeing every day. You are signing up as a freelancer. So I'm going to be showing you now the difference you need to make between an ordinary person and you who is signing up as a freelancer. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on this here. If you see this fee that indicates my profile, I click on there. So once you click on become a seller, this is the page you are going to have access to, and this is the next button you need to go ahead and click. So clicking this button now is going to redirect us to this page. So all this information that is here, in your own case, you're going to read it, and it's very important that signing up on Fiverr, know the laws. A lot of people get to fail trying to do freelancing on this freelance platform because they don't read the terms and of service. They don't know how the platform actually works, the laws and restrictions that the platform has to offer. So it's your own case, and it is your duty as a freelancer to understand the laws and everything that has to do. So as you can see here, they are giving you a brief description of what a good profile to be. Take your time in creating your profile, add credibility in linking to your relevant professional networks, accurately describe your professional skills. All this, please do well to read it. But here I'm just going to take you through the key things that you need, but all these are very important. That's why I encourage you to go get it. So when I click on continue now, you see that they're still giving me more information. So now let's talk about things you want to stay clear of. So these are the things that you don't need to do. Providing misleading information, opening duplicate accounts is restricted. Solicit other community members who work on Fiverr, requesting to take communication. So all these are the things that Fiverr doesn't want. You see, these four are the main things. So since I've already read it, I guess you're going to go ahead and read it also when you're making an account. So I'll go continue. So here we are now at the point where we need to put our first and last name. And on Fiverr, from my experience, what I've noticed is the first and last name doesn't really matter. What always shows most of the time, it is your username which you already created. So I'm just going to go ahead and put a name here like boss. I'll just put a name here, let's say boss Kim. So if I put a name there, boss Kim, the next thing is your profile photo. And another thing that you need to take note about your profile photo for this account is, if you're having an agency, some agencies have accounts on these freelancing platforms. You can put your agency logo, and your description is going to be based on your agency. As you can see, there's a place here for description. But if you're an individual, I encourage that in most cases you put your profile picture. Some people don't put profile pictures and they still have so many reviews, they still get so many orders. But as a beginner in 2023, it's important that you look authentic and look professional. In my own case, I just get boss Kim because in the first and last name doesn't really show so much. You can go ahead and put your own name. As you put your profile picture here, I'm going to choose a picture that actually shows my face. So after adding my profile, the next important thing that you need to give is the description about you. We are going to try to make it as detailed as possible, but in a very short format. You have a maximum of 150 characters. This is where you're actually presenting yourself when someone meets you on first sight. So try to give the best that you can actually explain to that new person, convincing the person that you are the best seller that he or she should contact. So I'm just going to go ahead and paste a template here, which I'm also going to link in the description in that same document. You can go ahead and check it, so you can actually customize this to work for you in any field. So I've written, I am Kimbi. I'm specialized in creating online course content and website development with many years of experience. I have vast experience in these services, online course content. In your own case, you're going to change these wordings to the gig and the services you're going to be offering on the platform. So I've actually given this my definition a variety, because on this account I'm not only going to be giving writing services or design services, I'm going to be everything concerning the online content creation. So definitely I've given website development as an additional. Then I specialize in writing high quality content for your online course, so you can go ahead and take this off if you're not talking about writing. And I'm also, my writing simple is concise. So after giving this description, you are good to go. The next thing that you can go ahead and choose here is your language, and for the language you can now choose your own. In my own case, I'm fluent in English. I'm going to take English and I'm going to set it as fluent, so I'm just going to go ahead and add it. If you are good in French or any other language apart from English, you can go ahead and add it. It's going to also help you to get more clients, because sometimes clients are language specific. So click on continue, and then here's another important step. So your occupation, what do you do? In my own case, I'm a student, so I'm just going to go ahead and choose a student. So if I don't see student here, so your occupation, I'm just going to choose digital marketing because I don't see student. So I'm going to go ahead and choose from, I'm going to choose from 2017 to 2023. In your own case, it's going to be different. This is also very important. Like, your two best skills here should relate to the kind of services you're going to be offering. So I intend that on this account we're going to be doing much of writing, because I'm going to be teaching you how to write. Even if you don't have a skill, I'm going to be teaching you how to do that. So I'm just going to look for something that has to deal with writing. And then the next thing that you can do is go ahead and add your skill. In my own case here, I'll just add write, since I tend to use this profile for writing. So I'm just going to go ahead and write writing. And experience level, I'm going to say expert. It's always good to choose a skill which you're an expert for. So I'm going to add, you can go ahead and add many other skills, but in this case I'm targeting writing, and all these other information are optional. So I'm going to continue. So here is another place where you can decide to link your profiles to also just make you authentic on the platform. In my own case, since the Google account is connected from sign up, I'm good to go. So I'm going to click on continue, and then here we need to verify our email. And in my own case, since I signed up with my email, my Google account, everything is verified. That's why you see my email is also added. So I can decide to also put my phone number, which is optional. In this case, I'm just going to go ahead and continue. So now I'm almost done, and the next thing that I need to do now is creating a gig. So as you can see, I've actually filled all my information: computer engineering, you see advanced level of mathafreak.com. That's the name of the website I've just filled. So I have different websites to choose from. So the next thing you need to do is to link your account. In my own case, since I created the account with Google, automatically it has been connected to my Google account. You can go ahead and add your Facebook, you can go ahead and add your Twitter. In my own case, I'm going to continue. And the next important thing that you need to do is to verify your phone number. Since my email is already verified, since I created the account using my Google account, I'm just going to go ahead and add a phone number right away. And since I'm in Cameroon, I'm just going to choose 6. So we have 7489, and I'm just going to go ahead and submit this to verify this phone number, and it is complete. The next thing I need to add now is a security question. Know this name. So it's okay now. I've verified my phone number and I've added a security question. So everything is done and verified. I'm going to be finishing now to set up my gig. So I've finished creating my seller account, I've set up my profile, added information. Now we're getting into the real deal, so please focus. The next thing I'm going to do now is just click on done, and once I click on done, I will try to see what shows up. Let me see if they gives me a pop-up. I'll click on finish. Done. So that's very easy for you to create a professional seller account on Fiverr. I don't want to make this tutorial to be too long, so if there's anything that you have missed out or you have not understood, rewatch the video, or please drop a comment. That's the only way we can build a connection on this course and on this series, because I want to make it as best as I can. Please, if there's anything that I've missed out or anything you don't understand, drop a comment. I'm going to explain to you, and if it requires another video, I'm going to definitely drop that video. I really want you to succeed as a freelancer, and that's why I'm creating this series. So So the next video that you need to watch is going to be right up here. You need to go ahead and watch this video now for you to set up a gig. I'm going to be teaching you how to set up a gig, and after that video I'm going to be teaching you a skill. I'm going to teach you different skills on this channel as I've been teaching, but this one is going to be particularly for that gig, so you don't need to miss that video. Go ahead now and watch the video, and let's continue with the series. See you then. I'm CY.